Picture this. Margaret, a spirited 65-year-old grandmother from Boston, sits at her kitchen table, staring at yet another text from her son about investing her retirement savings in his latest venture. Her heart aches, torn between family loyalty and protecting her financial security. Like many seniors, she's discovering that some relationships, even with those closest to us, can become sources of anxiety rather than comfort. Maybe you've felt it too. The guilt when setting boundaries, the stress after certain phone calls, or the pressure to make decisions that don't feel right. You're not alone. Today, we'll explore 9 critical signs that indicate when it's time to step back from harmful relationships, even with family members. These insights come from real experiences of seniors who've navigated these challenging waters successfully. Share your city in the comments below. Let's build a supportive community together. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more wisdom on thriving in your golden years. Now, let's examine the most crucial sign that often goes unnoticed in our closest relationships. 1. Boundary violations. The silent erosion of independence. Every healthy relationship begins with respect for personal boundaries. For seniors like Martha, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Florida, these boundaries become increasingly precious, yet vulnerable. When her well-meaning daughter started managing her bank accounts without consultation and reorganizing her home during helpful surprise visits, Martha felt her independence slowly slipping away. Boundary violations often wear a mask of love and concern. Perhaps you've experienced family members making healthcare decisions without your input, friends dropping by unannounced, or relatives pressuring you to babysit despite your physical limitations. These seemingly small intrusions can gradually undermine your sense of autonomy and self-trust. The challenge lies in recognizing and addressing these violations without damaging important relationships. Start with small but firm steps. Establish specific visiting hours, request advance notice for visits, and maintain control over your financial information. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away. It's about creating healthy spaces where relationships can flourish. If you're struggling to maintain boundaries, consider reaching out to a senior advocacy group or counselor specializing in geriatric issues. Organizations like the National Council on Aging offer resources specifically designed to help seniors navigate these delicate situations. As we explore our next critical sign, physical and emotional safety, remember that protecting your boundaries is not selfish. It's essential for your well-being and the health of your relationships. 2. Physical and emotional safety. Protecting your peace of mind. When Joyce, a 70-year-old retired librarian, noticed her hands trembling before her daughter's weekly visits, she realized something wasn't right. While there was no physical threat, her daughter's constant criticism about Joyce's independent lifestyle choices created an atmosphere of tension and anxiety. This subtle form of emotional pressure is just as important to address as more obvious safety concerns. Physical and emotional safety in relationships isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about feeling secure enough to be yourself. For seniors, this safety can be complicated by dependencies on family members for various types of support. Warning signs often begin subtly. A relative who dismisses your opinions, a friend who makes you feel guilty about your choices, or a family member who uses their assistance as leverage for control. Pay attention to your body signals. Do you feel tense before certain interactions? Are you editing your words or changing your behavior to avoid criticism? These physical and emotional responses are valuable indicators that something needs to change. Creating a safety framework is essential. Start by 1. Maintaining a trusted support network outside of concerning relationships. 2. Keeping important documents and emergency contacts readily accessible. 3. Saving some money in a private account. 4. Documenting concerning incidents with dates and details. 5. Knowing your local resources, including the National Elder Abuse Hotline. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of wisdom and self-respect. Your local area agency on aging can connect you with counselors who specialize in senior relationships and safety concerns. They can help you develop strategies that protect both your well-being and your important relationships. As we explore our next critical sign, manipulation and control, remember that your safety and peace of mind are non-negotiable rights. 3. Manipulation and control. Protecting your independence in the modern age. Sarah, a vibrant 75-year-old from Denver, noticed her daughter's helpful suggestions about her smartphone use, gradually turning into demands for password sharing and location tracking. It started with concern for my safety, she recalls. But soon, I felt like every decision needed their approval. This modern twist on family manipulation highlights how control can wear many masks, especially in our digital age. Manipulation in senior relationships has evolved with technology while maintaining its traditional forms. Today's seniors might face pressure to share online banking credentials, just in case, or experience guilt tripping through constant text messages. Meanwhile, classic tactics persist. The adult child who threatens to limit grandchildren's visits, or the relative who undermines your confidence in managing your own affairs. Recognizing manipulation requires understanding its subtle signs. When family members consistently override your preferences, use guilt to influence decisions, or make their support conditional on your compliance, these are red flags. Pay attention to how you feel after interactions. Anxiety, self-doubt, or a sense of walking on eggshells often signal manipulative dynamics. In today's connected world, maintaining independence while staying connected requires clear boundaries. Consider establishing technology guidelines. Perhaps sharing emergency contacts without giving full account access, or setting specific times for family check-ins rather than constant monitoring. Remember, genuine concern respects your autonomy. Taking action to protect yourself doesn't mean severing relationships. Start with gentle but firm responses. I appreciate your concern, but I'm comfortable managing my own accounts. Or, I'll consider your suggestion and let you know my decision. Document patterns of manipulative behavior, and don't hesitate to seek support from senior advocacy groups or counselors who understand these complex dynamics. Your local area agency on aging can connect you with resources specifically designed for seniors navigating family relationships. Many communities offer free consultation services through senior centers, providing confidential guidance on maintaining healthy boundaries while preserving important connections. As we move forward to examine our next critical sign, the draining effect of unbalanced relationships, remember that standing up for your independence isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining healthy, respectful relationships in your golden years. 4. Energy drain. Protecting your vital force in your golden years. Robert, an 82-year-old retired professor, noticed something troubling about his weekly bridge club meetings. While he once looked forward to these gatherings, his friends' constant family drama left him exhausted for days afterward. I realized I was spending more time recovering from our meetings than enjoying them, he shares. His experience highlights a crucial sign of problematic relationships that many seniors face: the subtle but significant drain on our vital energy. For those in their golden years, managing energy becomes increasingly precious. When a relationship consistently leaves you feeling depleted rather than enriched, it's more than simple fatigue. It's your body's wisdom speaking. This drain often manifests physically through headaches, disrupted sleep patterns, or worsening of chronic conditions. Emotionally, you might experience increased anxiety, decreased enthusiasm for activities you once enjoyed, or a persistent feeling of heaviness. Think of your daily energy as a valuable savings account, the energy bank concept. Just as you wouldn't allow someone to repeatedly withdraw from your financial savings without deposits, you shouldn't permit relationships to constantly deplete your energy without replenishment. This perspective helps many seniors recognize when relationships become unbalanced. Protecting your energy requires thoughtful strategies. Start with gentle but firm communication. I value our time together, but I need to balance it with rest. Or, let's focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Schedule interactions during your peak energy hours and set clear time limits for visits or calls. Consider activities that can make interactions more positive, such as sharing a hobby or enjoying nature together. Building a support network is crucial. Your local senior resource center often offers programs designed specifically for seniors seeking to maintain healthy relationships while protecting their well-being. These might include wellness classes that boost your energy naturally, support groups where you can share experiences with peers, social activities that introduce you to uplifting new friendships, counseling services that help navigate complex family dynamics. Remember, preserving your energy isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining the quality of life you deserve. By managing your energy wisely, you'll have more to give to the relationships that truly enrich your life. As we explore our next critical sign, trust issues in relationships, remember that your energy is a precious resource worth protecting. Recognizing and addressing energy drain is often the first step toward rebuilding healthier, more balanced connections. 5. Trust issues. Protecting your heart in the digital age. Eleanor, a 78-year-old widow from Chicago, discovered her trusted neighbor had been photographing her personal documents while helping with her filing. The betrayal wasn't just about privacy, she shares. It was about losing faith in my ability to judge character. Her story echoes a challenge many seniors face today: maintaining trust in an increasingly complex world where technology has transformed how we protect our personal information and relationships. Trust issues in senior relationships often emerge so gradually we barely notice their onset. What begins as loving concern from family members can slowly transform into uncomfortable surveillance. A daughter might insist on monitoring bank accounts for safety, while a son installs security cameras around the house for protection. These well-intentioned actions can gradually erode our sense of independence and dignity, leaving us questioning our own judgment. The digital age has introduced new complexities to building and maintaining trust. Many seniors find themselves pressured to share passwords and account access with family members just in case. Others discover their private health matters have become topics of social media discussions without their consent. Even well-meaning friends might share updates about our lives online, believing they're helping keep others informed. These modern intrusions, though wrapped in concern, can leave us feeling increasingly vulnerable and exposed. Recognizing early warning signs becomes crucial for protecting ourselves while maintaining healthy relationships. You might notice unexplained changes in your financial statements, or feel increasing pressure to justify your independent decisions. Perhaps you found yourself hesitating to share thoughts or concerns, worried they'll be dismissed or used against you. These subtle shifts in comfort and confidence often signal deeper trust issues developing beneath the surface. Protecting yourself requires thoughtful action without closing your heart completely. Consider working with a trusted financial advisor to review and secure your accounts. Document important decisions and create clear, written agreements for any financial arrangements. Most importantly, trust your instincts. They've been refined by decades of experience and wisdom. When something feels wrong, take time to examine why, rather than dismissing your concerns. Your local community offers valuable resources for navigating these challenges. Senior Protection Services can provide legal guidance while maintaining your independence. Counseling services at senior centers understand the unique challenges of trust in later life. Support groups offer spaces to share experiences with others who truly understand your journey. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of wisdom and self-respect. As we explore our next critical sign, one-sided relationships, consider how trust and reciprocity work hand in hand. When trust becomes compromised, it often reveals deeper imbalances in how we give and receive in our relationships. Understanding these connections helps us build stronger, more balanced bonds while protecting our well-being. 6. One-sided relationships. Restoring balance in your golden years. Thomas, a 72-year-old retired teacher, recently faced a painful realization about his relationship with his youngest son. "I was always the one reaching out, always adjusting my schedule, always offering support," he shares. "But when I needed help with a doctor's appointment, he was too busy." For the third time. His story resonates with many seniors who find themselves caught in the exhausting cycle of one-sided relationships. In our later years, the quality of our connections becomes increasingly vital to our well-being. Yet many of us discover ourselves trapped in relationships where we consistently give more than we receive. These imbalances often develop gradually, masked by good intentions and long-standing emotional bonds. What begins as occasional oversight can evolve into a pattern where our needs, stories, and contributions become secondary or invisible. The impact of such relationships extends far beyond mere inconvenience. Each unanswered call, each dismissed need, each unreciprocated effort slowly erodes our sense of self-worth. We might find ourselves making excuses. "They're just busy," or "that's just how things are now." But beneath these rationalizations lies a deeper hurt, the pain of feeling undervalued and unseen. Carol, an 80-year-old from Seattle, found wisdom in what she calls her reciprocity rules. She began paying attention to energy exchanges in her relationships, noting who reached out, who showed genuine interest in her life, and who offered support when needed. "I decided to match others' energy," she explains. "If someone shows little interest in my life, I redirect my attention to relationships that feel more balanced." Creating change in one-sided relationships requires both courage and clarity. Start with gentle but direct communication. "I value our relationship, but I need more balance in how we support each other." Sometimes, simply voicing your experience opens the door to positive change. Other times, you may need to gradually adjust your investment to match the other person's level of commitment. Engaging in activities that nurture your spirit can help shift these dynamics. Consider joining community groups, pursuing hobbies, or volunteering. Activities that not only enrich your life, but also provide opportunities to meet people who value reciprocal relationships. Local senior centers often offer workshops on healthy relationships and assertive communication, along with counseling services that can help navigate complex family dynamics. Remember, seeking balance isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining healthy, sustainable relationships in your later years. You deserve connections where your voice is heard, your value is recognized, and your needs are met with the same care you offer others. As we explore our next critical sign, lack of respect in relationships, consider how balance and respect intertwine. When relationships become one-sided, respect often follows suit, creating a cycle that requires wisdom and courage to break. 7. Lack of respect. Honoring wisdom in your golden years. George, a 75-year-old veteran and former business owner, felt the sting deeply when his adult children began dismissing his financial advice as outdated thinking. After decades of running a successful business and serving his country, he found himself being patted on the head and spoken to in simplified language. "I've navigated wars and market crashes," he reflects. "Yet suddenly, my experience seems invisible to them." His story echoes a challenge many seniors face: maintaining dignity in relationships where respect has slowly eroded. Respect in our later years goes far beyond simple politeness or courtesy. It means honoring the wealth of experience we've accumulated, acknowledging our continued capacity for wisdom and growth, and recognizing our right to make informed choices about our lives. Yet many seniors find their expertise and preferences increasingly dismissed, particularly as technology and social changes reshape familiar landscapes. This erosion often begins subtly. A daughter might insist on replacing your carefully organized paper system with smartphone apps, dismissing your preference for tried-and-true methods. Family members might speak over you during discussions about your own healthcare or financial decisions. Your professional insights, gained through decades of experience, might be waved away as how things used to work. Each instance might seem minor, but collectively they create deep wounds in our sense of worth and belonging. The impact of such disrespect runs deeper than momentary frustration. When our wisdom is consistently devalued, we might begin to doubt our own judgment. Some seniors find themselves speaking up less frequently in family discussions, withdrawing from decision-making processes, or losing confidence in their ability to contribute meaningfully to conversations. This retreat doesn't just diminish our quality of life. It deprives younger generations of valuable perspectives and life lessons. Reclaiming respect starts with recognizing and asserting our inherent worth. Consider Martha's wisdom approach. When faced with dismissive behavior, she responds with calm confidence. I understand things have changed, and I'm open to learning. However, my experience has taught me valuable lessons that might still be relevant. Shall we discuss how both perspectives could help? This approach acknowledges change while firmly asserting the value of accumulated wisdom. Creating change requires both inner strength and practical action. Start by expressing your feelings clearly. When you dismiss my suggestions without consideration, it makes me feel undervalued. I'd appreciate you taking time to hear my perspective. Set clear boundaries about how you expect to be treated, and be consistent in maintaining them. Remember, seeking respect isn't about demanding perfection. It's about creating relationships where your wisdom and worth are recognized. Support is available within many communities. Senior centers often offer workshops on assertive communication and intergenerational understanding. Support groups provide spaces to share experiences with peers who understand your journey. Professional counselors specializing in senior relationships can help develop strategies for maintaining dignity while adapting to changing times. As we explore our next critical sign, constant negativity in relationships, consider how respect and emotional climate intertwine. When respect diminishes, negativity often fills the void, creating an atmosphere that requires wisdom and courage to transform. 8. Constant negativity, protecting your joy and vitality. Evelyn, a vibrant 85-year-old artist, found her creative spirit slowly dimming under her neighbor's relentless stream of complaints. Every conversation became a litany of woes, she shares. The weather was always wrong, the world was always terrible, and soon I felt my own joy slipping away. Her experience mirrors a challenge many seniors face: protecting our well-being from the erosion of constant negativity. In our golden years, maintaining emotional vitality becomes increasingly crucial. Research consistently shows that optimistic seniors enjoy better health outcomes, stronger social connections, and greater life satisfaction. Yet many of us find ourselves caught in relationships where negativity has become the primary language of connection. Whether through endless complaints, persistent criticism, or constant pessimism about aging. The impact of chronic negativity extends far beyond momentary discomfort. Each negative interaction leaves an invisible residue, gradually affecting both our mental and physical well-being. You might notice subtle signs: feeling drained after certain conversations, dreading phone calls, or losing enthusiasm for activities you once enjoyed. These aren't just emotional responses. They're your body's wisdom, speaking through what many counselors call emotional intelligence signals. Recognizing these signs early allows us to protect our joy while maintaining important relationships. Pay attention to your physical and emotional responses during and after interactions. Do you feel energized or exhausted? Does your body feel tense or relaxed? These natural cues can guide you toward healthier relationship patterns. Creating positive change requires both compassion and strategy. Consider what many seniors have found successful through the positivity pivot approach. When faced with a negative conversation, gently redirect. "I hear this is challenging for you. Would you like to explore some possible solutions together?" Or, "That reminds me of something wonderful that happened yesterday." This technique acknowledges concerns while steering toward constructive dialogue. Setting clear but kind boundaries becomes essential. "I care about you, and I want to be supportive. I've noticed our conversations often focus on difficulties, and I find I need to balance that with positive experiences to maintain my own health. Could we try sharing one good thing that happened today?" This approach maintains connection while protecting your emotional well-being. Your community offers valuable resources for maintaining positive relationships while aging. Senior centers frequently host workshops on emotional wellness and communication skills. Support groups provide spaces to share experiences with others who understand your journey. Professional counselors specializing in senior relationships can offer personalized strategies for maintaining joy while navigating complex family dynamics. Remember, protecting yourself from excessive negativity isn't selfish. It's essential self-care that allows you to remain present and supportive in your relationships. By consciously cultivating positive connections and managing negative influences, you create space for the joy, wisdom, and peace that make our golden years truly golden. As we explore our final critical sign, technology and communication challenges, consider how maintaining emotional balance helps us adapt to changing times with resilience and grace. 9. Technology and communication challenges. Bridging the digital divide with dignity. Dorothy, a 77-year-old retired librarian, felt her world shrinking when her family switched entirely to digital communication. First, it was a group chat app for family updates. Then video calls replaced our Sunday phone chats, she shares. "Suddenly, I was missing important moments because I couldn't keep up with the constant stream of messages." Her experience reflects a growing challenge many seniors face: maintaining meaningful connections in an increasingly digital world while preserving our dignity and independence. The digital revolution has transformed family communication in ways that can create unintended barriers for older adults. What younger generations view as convenient solutions often become sources of anxiety and isolation for seniors. Family members might insist on video calls without considering vision challenges, share crucial information exclusively through social media, or dismiss privacy concerns as outdated thinking. This technological pressure often carries an underlying message that our preferences and comfort levels are somehow less valid. The impact extends beyond mere technical frustration. Each missed connection, each confused interaction, each dismissive response to our concerns slowly erodes our confidence and sense of belonging. Many seniors find themselves retreating from family interactions rather than risk feeling embarrassed or burdensome when technology challenges arise. However, many seniors have found success through what we might call the dignity-first approach to technology adoption. Maria, an 82-year-old grandmother, established what she calls her communication covenant with her family. "I agreed to learn basic smartphone functions," she explains, "but I also made it clear that I need phone calls for meaningful conversations and written notes for important information. It's about finding ways to stay connected that honor everyone's needs." Creating successful technology strategies requires both practical steps and emotional wisdom. First, identify your specific challenges and goals. What types of connections matter most to you? Which technologies cause the most stress? Understanding your needs helps focus your learning efforts on tools that truly enhance your relationships. Second, seek patient mentorship. Many communities offer technology classes specifically designed for seniors, with instructors who understand our learning pace and concerns. Local libraries, senior centers, and community colleges frequently provide one-on-one tutoring in a supportive environment. Third, Communicate openly with family about your preferences and progress. Express appreciation for their help while being clear about your boundaries. I'm grateful for your guidance with this new device, and I'm committed to learning. I also need you to understand that some days will be better than others, and sometimes traditional methods work best for me. Fourth, prioritize online safety and privacy. Many senior centers offer workshops specifically addressing security concerns, helping you protect yourself while exploring digital connections. Understanding basic safety principles helps build confidence in using new technologies. Remember, effective communication isn't about the platform. It's about the connection. While adapting to new technologies can enhance our relationships, it's equally important to advocate for communication methods that allow us to participate fully and comfortably in family life. Your experience and preferences matter, regardless of technological trends. As we conclude our exploration of these 9 critical signs, consider how technology challenges often intersect with other relationship dynamics we've discussed. By approaching these challenges with wisdom, patience, and self-respect, we can build connections that honor both our desire to stay connected and our need for dignity in our golden years. Our exploration of these 9 critical signs reminds us that your golden years deserve relationships that honor both your wisdom and well-being. Whether setting boundaries or navigating digital connections, each choice affirms your right to dignity and respect. Remember, seeking support shows wisdom, not weakness. Your local senior centers and support groups stand ready to help you create meaningful connections that celebrate your worth. Share your story in the comments below, and subscribe to Golden Heart Advice for more insights on thriving in your golden years. Your experience matters, today and always.